Hi, hello y'all. Welcome back to my channel. This is the 30 something club. Again, all are welcomed. If this is your first time here, you actually have not missed much because it's only my second video. If it's not your first time here, I want to say thank y'all so much for tapping in with the channel. A lot of people came from Threads, which I'm like, shout out Threads, and like the community that's happening there. And then we're gonna be over here on the YouTube channel having fun together, being in this 30 something club. I am just so thankful. I can't believe we already have 200 subscribers. I'm just like, yes, welcome to the club. Let's get into it. Happy New Year. Y'all, one thing about me, I love a new year. I love a new year. Like, give me a new year. I want to be a new year. I think like, okay, you know, like the excitement that comes with like Christmas, like you're like gearing up for it like all this time and then it comes and then it goes. Or like the excitement with a birthday and then it comes and then it goes, or whatever. Like, I feel like New Year's, like the New Year's Eve, the excitement comes and then New Year's Day comes and then you really have a whole full year. I remember there was a time period when people were like, don't wait till the new year to change, don't wait, da-da-da. It's nice in theory, but if you need something to kick off or like kickstart the fresh start for you, that is totally fine. I love that my birthday's at the end of the year because it feels like I get a new age, I get a new year all at the same time, and I'm starting over. Like I like a little fresh start and a little reason to like revamp, rebrand, do the things. So happy New Year. I don't know about y'all, but just based off some of the comments from last video, 2024. She whipped some of our asses, but you got one, girl, but you out of here. We got a new year. We're coming in cute. We're going to be kind. We're going to have a good year if I have anything to say about it. So happy new year. I hope that it has been off to a good start for you so far. You made it to another year. Congratulations. That's a blessing. That's no small thing at all. And I'm ready. I needed to really kiss 2024 goodbye. Let go of some things, let go of some hurt, let go of the desire to control. Like, there's just things I need to let go of. And now we're going into a new year and I'm feeling good about it. Now, let's talk about the new year in relationship to age. So this is the 30 something club. So I'm in my 30s, and as I stated in the last video, which if you haven't watched it, you should go back and watch it. But as I stated in the last video, last year looked nothing like I thought it would look like, and it also just in general where I felt like my life would be. Y'all, it was just such a weird year, and I'm changing my mindset going into the new year. And if I can change anything about my life, I'm going to do it. Even committing to this vlog, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do what I can do. But in that, being in your 30s and starting a new year, whether it's you also had a birthday or not, like me, you get very reflective. Like, this is just a time of year where everyone's reflecting. You're looking back at where you've gone, what you've done, what you wanted to accomplish, where you checked it off, where you didn't. And in that reflection, I think in my 30s especially, I'm kind of like, oh, this is different. This is different than what we thought. So how are we navigating some of the realities that we didn't expect to be realities right now at this age? Like, it feels too late, or you feel older than you ever have been, or you feel like time is passing you by, or you are chronically online sometimes and you see people much younger than you that feel a lot further than you in life, and it's easy to get into like a comparison game, or if I would have done this when I was 22, or if I would have done that instead of this, would I be somewhere different? Okay, hard stop, because we can't undo what's already being done. We are where we are, where we are. So let's be where we are and let's work with what we got. Yes, you're the oldest that you've ever been, but ain't that a blessing? Like, that's more knowledge, that's more understanding, that's more grounding, that's more know of what you want, what you don't want, what you like, what you don't like, and how to navigate that in the world and in your life. So I think even if you're not where you want to be right now, you still have gained lessons along the way to now better prepare us for the year to come. I think that there's a lot of advice online about New Year's and vision boards and planning, and even like I'm starting to get videos about YouTube channels now, and it's like if you're new to YouTube, don't be doing vlogs. Or then the next video is like you should be vlogging your life, and it's just like it's so many mixed reviews. You really have to tap in with yourself right now, y'all. Like first, of course, I appreciate you being on my channel. What I'm sharing is what I'm trying for myself to see if it works. We could try it together. This is just what I'm trying. This is what I know, the desires in my heart. I know where I want to be, and I know I have to do something different than what I've done. So we're just trying things. With that being said, you got to kind of silence the noise, and you got to sit with yourself and decide what you want your year to look like. So that's what we're going to go over. How I've gone about plotting and planning for 2025. Let's see if this is helpful for you. But then also, like, hold your girl accountable. You know, you'll see some of my goals on this list. So, you know, I'm a little nervous to share because I like to keep stuff tucked. But it's like, no, we're going to do it. And we're going to, hopefully this motivates somebody, helps somebody else. And we also see me go through the year and check some of these things off. So here's how I'm approaching my 2025. Here's how I've been organizing it. I've been working on what I'm gonna share with y'all for probably like 2-3 weeks. I'm having like a content planning day with my homegirl, Misha, the Misha brand on YouTube. Absolutely love her. You guys should subscribe to her channel if you're not. So I also will vlog that day and show y'all what we're doing on that content planning day. But then I'm also going to do like a girls' night with my girls. I haven't decided if it's gonna be vision boardy or if it's gonna be just talking out loud. Like sometimes you just need to talk about your ideas. You need to share with somebody, bounce ideas off of each other, cry, whatever you need to do. So I have a couple other things planned for January that's gonna all align with this 2025 planning session. Yes, we do a little work in the 30-something club. So let's get into it. Okay, when it comes to like setting goals, it's helpful for me to categorize them. I think like I enjoy a good vision board, which you'll see in a second, but I think for what I need for 2025, I have to be a lot more intentional, a lot more detailed so that I make sure things get done. I think I have like these overarching things all the time, but I don't ever kind of break them down to get where I really need to go with things. So how you want to break the categories down obviously depends on you and what works for you. These are examples, but if there's another way you like to categorize your goals, then that makes sense too. But you could do it by like personal well-being, growth, career and finances, home organization and lifestyle, and then creativity, learning, and adventure. Because all your goals don't need to be work related. You know, you need to have fun. You need to spend time with your friends or your family. Like those things need to, but you sometimes have to write that out. Especially, I feel like in my 30s, I'm like, I need to know like, do you want to talk on the phone with your friends more? Do you want to check in with your parents more? Like all that, we could put it in the cow, babe. Like let's be calendar girlies and really make sure we are doing the things that we say we're gonna do. The other way you could break this down is like your big goals. So like your visions, consistency goals, sustainability goals, and then experience goals. This is how I chose to break down my goals this year because I have like all these really big ideas, but then I went into these and then I got really detailed. As you'll see in a second, I got really detailed with these. And I think it's just gonna be helpful for me to do it this way. But again, you can break them down. You could literally even do Q1 goals, Q2, Q3, Q4 goals, like whatever you wanna do. So the next is the planning. And we got to get better with our planning, like to make sure that we actually get to the third step, which is executing. And the more detailed we are with the planning, the more likely we are to execute and see these things through. So planning out these goals and organizing them in the best way possible to increase chances of execution, what I just said. So organization, first and foremost, I'm using Notion and Google Calendar for my organization. Organization and girl, be for real. For my organizing. If y'all use like other apps or things like that, please drop it in the comments. I would love to see what y'all are using to stay organized. Visualizing, so yes, still having a vision board. I like to do mine digitally because I like to make it the background on my phone, the background on my computer, and also it's the header on my Notion page. Accountability partners, like I said, Misha is the person who I'll probably like, as far as content goes and things, be working with to stay accountable. my boyfriend will be my accountability partner in like these other things, like our well-being goals of like making sure we're cooking dinner and having a schedule with when we clean the house, just all these things for ease of life. And so he's my partner, so obviously that he's gonna be holding me accountable there. A timeline and deadlines, like put dates and times to these things. Not saying like, oh, I need to be on a TV show by February 14th. Like, I'm not saying that. You get in an acting class by February. Can you have researched 10 agencies at the end of first quarter and start submitting yourself at the beginning of the second quarter? Like, more like that as far as timelines and deadlines. And then actionable steps, which I'm gonna show y'all how I'm kind of doing my actionable steps in the next part. And then executing. So again, from those actionable steps to the calendar. Like I don't think I'm gonna show y'all my calendar because I don't know how to, but y'all, the calendar is, I have down to, I think we're up to August right now. Every day I'm washing laundry. Each day I'm going grocery shopping. Y'all, I'm sorry, my rug is out on the balcony drying and it looks like it's about to blow off, and I hope it don't fall down there on John's balcony. Anywho, the calendar is broken down to when I'm checking in with family, when I'm checking in with my partner, whatever. I need a reminder because I be forgetting. I also get so in my head that nothing's going on in the car, so it needs to be in the calendar. Reminders, set reminders, obviously scheduling tools for my content creators, check-ins with yourself, with other creatives, you have management, and then review and revise. If we're being intentional, we gotta review and revise. You know, this was not supposed to be my second video, but after the response of the first one and everyone really feeling and leaning into the 30s, I was like, let me do a New Year's post about, you know, thinking through and planning the New Year's as a 30-something-year-old before I go to my next vlog, which was gonna be my Christmas vlog, my trip to California with my boyfriend and his family, which I'm still gonna show because that was so much fun. We did so many things that y'all should see, but it's like, let's do this first. And that was me changing, you know, reviewing and revising because I want to be more intentional. And I heard and saw who was running to the club, so I was like, this might make more sense for us right now. Okay, so this is my Notion page. If you don't use Notion, that's okay, but I use Notion. You can use Google Docs, you can write things down, whatever you want to do for you. I start with like a little vision board at the top, which I'll show y'all how I made it. I have a little quote: I'm a force of consistency, growth, and abundance. Every day I prioritize my health, nurture my creativity, and take bold, purposeful steps towards massive wealth and success. Now, how I'm gonna categorize mine is like the overarching, the consistency, the sustainability, etc., etc. And then I broke it down into not started, in progress, and done. So you can kind of see like under this list, the things that I'm still working on are, you know, the goals I have. Some of them I'm able to kind of already complete, but barely, but yeah. It has a little paper on the side. It means I've already gone into here and started really, like I said, going in with those actionable steps. So I want to stick to a wellness routine. So then that means I need to have a morning routine. So what time am I waking up? What am I doing when I'm waking up? Like, in order for me to have a wellness routine, I really need to go ahead and type out what that routine looks like for me. So I worked on this. I also used ChatGPT to help me like with creating what that schedule looks like to me. This gets in a little bit into the rest of my day, but I want to be well all the time. I don't want to just do like a cute morning routine and a cute nighttime routine that makes me feel like, oh, I'm taking care of myself. Like, there's things even in the way that I am creative that will help me with my wellness. So that's why you can kind of see that full schedule on here. So including when I have dinner, when I take a break and put everything down and go check in with my man, you know, like I don't know if this seems so type A, because when I tell y'all I'm not type A, you're not going to believe me. But when I'm telling you what I've been doing has not been working, that's why I am where I am right now, and I need to be somewhere else. So I'm trying something new. This seems so type A, and I'm like, it's really not me. Like, I'm a Sagittarius. Like, but what I really am is a child of God. I need to get together. I need to be more disciplined. Faith without works is dead. So we get into work. So yeah, it also like broke down like weekly focuses for me, which I thought was really cool. Of like Monday I do this, Tuesday I do this, and I went ahead and already put those into my Google Calendar. So for Monday content creation, I have each Monday for this time slot is when I'm going out in the world or at home. I'm working on content, tell a boo, go on a run, whatever. If I want to be in the space by myself, just, you know, figuring that out. But yeah, you can kind of go in and see like the broader boards. And then yeah, when I finish, I would just like drag stuff over. So I did just sign to an influencer agency, so that goals checked off. So that's gonna help us stick our stuff up, stick it up, get it going. Be a consistent and dynamic content creator. Yeah, broke this down again too, because what does that even mean? So what are my goals as a content creator? There's even goals underneath that. Who am I targeting? Again, intentionality. I can't be intentional if I don't know these things, if I don't know who my audience is, if I don't know what goals I have for myself as I'm creating content. So that's why I got pretty nitty gritty with this. How often a week do I want to post? And then I go down and then break down like the next several weeks of what these pillars of my content will look like and what I will be posting when, and then we will get even nittier grittier. I'm gonna work on this today after I work on this video. Is okay, now I need to make my content calendar because I haven't. I'm saving some of that to do with Misha, but I am gonna get started on some of that tonight. But yeah, so this is how I'm breaking down my Notion so far. To give y'all an example of that, this is not a template. This is just, I'm just adding a table, adding a table, adding a table. But there are wonderful templates out there if y'all do want to use like somebody's template to make your Notion for your 2025. That's totally up to you. I also have my Notion connected to my phone, so I do see those goals like in a little widget on my home screen, and have like a little reminder one with another widgets of like almost to-do lists from the Notion ones that are set up as to-do lists, if that makes sense. And now let's talk about the vision board. I make my vision boards on Pinterest. They're definitely less like board in more mood. Like I do like to have like a sense of mood, like it's my mood. So this is more my mood for the year. And this is just something like when I open my phone and like I'm feeling a little low on energy, like I remember like, girl, you trying to get to the bag, you trying to be on a TV, you trying to do this and that. And it just like gives me that energy of that. And so I like making this one. I go on Pinterest every day, multiple times a day. I also have a Pinterest widget on my phone too. So I see these things and I want them to be aligned with who I want to be and where I see myself. So I will continue to add to this through the rest of the year. If you follow me on Instagram, I do a mood board for each season too. So I have winter mood. That includes everything from like the soups I want to make that season, what color nails I want to do, and like I get really like moody with it. Like it's more of a, I think I'd be making mood boards instead. Not those kind of mood boards, but you know, like the Britney mood board, the 30 something club mood board. So it's kind of what I do here. Once you use Pinterest a good bit, they really do learn you really well. Like I go on my Pinterest homepage, I'm like, yes, more of that, more of that, more of that. So once you make a board, you can go down like I'm doing here in this video and see what else they suggest to you and add it to your board too, because you might see other stuff that aligns with what you're trying to do. So yeah, from there you can take this and you can take a screenshot. You can pull the images from the board and go to Canva and make like a wallpaper. That's what I did for the Notion. So that Notion header, I just took some of my favorites from the mood board and clipped them to fit the header for Notion. And that's where that mood board comes from. But you can do whatever you want to do, what works for you. I know some people like to cut it out and have something physical to put somewhere. I personally have a very small apartment and I literally have no room anywhere to hang a vision board that's not going to drive me crazy looking at it every day. Because as cute as I can make it, it's still not gonna match my home decor. So I'm just being realistic there. But what I do like to do sometimes actually is get sticky notes and put those on the back of my door, my bedroom doors when I close my door, or like when I go to open my door in the morning, I see like, you have a show on Netflix, you made $20,000 this month. Like I put those, you know, in future tense and stick those on the back of the door. I like doing that. I've been doing that since college. Like every now and then I do that. So that could be like my little alternative to like a physical thing. But I do like making these boards and just kind of having them live throughout my digital spaces. And that's helpful for me because I'm a very digital girl. So yes, this is how I'm kicking stuff off. This is just where I am right now. I'm recording this on January 1st. And I am going to take some more time today to really dive more into the Notion. Me and my boyfriend also like to do like a little planning and talking. That we haven't had our little session yet either. Then like I said, the content day with Misha. I don't want to be too like insanely particular that I get thrown off when something doesn't go the way I'm planning it to go, because obviously, you know, you make plans, God laughs. But I also don't want to be as willy-nilly as I have been in the past. And I'm being honest with myself. Some of where I am in life, it's my own doing. You know what I mean? Like, I could be better. I could be more diligent. I could be more consistent. And I think where I struggle with consistency is the openness of, well, I want to do this thing, so I'll figure it out. But a part of figuring it out is planning and organizing it. And so this is definitely the most organized I've ever gotten at the start of a new year. But like I said, we got to do something different if we want different results. So I'm excited. I'm also doing, for the first time, maybe, y'all, maybe. And I only say maybe, let me just say it. I'm doing dry January. I only say maybe because my brand is food and beverage. And I did just sign to an agency. And your girl does need a bag. So if the brand is a liquor brand in the month of January, then we're gonna have to, but I'll take days from February. Then I'm gonna do like 30, 31 days, whatever, regardless if it has to go into the next month. But I am getting to the bag, and I am a food and beverage girly. So I cannot help that. But in general, we're doing, trying to dry January, just ordering out less, cooking more. I'll definitely be taking y'all along in the kitchen with me. And I'm excited. When you start preparing and you feel prepared, you feel ready for anything. And I keep sharing this sermon that I watched the other day because it's just set with me so much. My friend Michael posted it. And it just talks about the story of Peter walking on water. And I'm gonna keep it short. The point that was made was Peter didn't fall into the water because he took his eyes off God. That's like a misconception of the Bible. He fell into the water because he started paying attention to the storm. He fell into the water because he started paying attention to the storm. Baby, if that ain't me, that has been this last year and a half. The storms are gonna happen. I don't have to pay attention to the storms. They're gonna come and they're also gonna go. But what I have to focus on is ahead of me. So we're gonna keep focused, and I'm not gonna let the storm distract me. I gotta keep my eyes on God. I think that getting this organized, what's gonna help me not really have room for that distraction. Like in my head, because the self-doubt creeps in, the anxiety creeps in, Am I saying this year is going to be void of that? No. But we're going to handle it better, and we have a plan. We have a plan, which I love that for us. So yes, my 30-something club goers, happy freaking New Year. I pray that 2025 is so good to you. You deserve it. You deserve to bet on yourself, and you deserve to put in the work that you promised yourself. So I'm holding you accountable. Drop in the comments some goals that you're trying to accomplish this year. And let's talk about the nitty-gritties of those goals, and let's get it done. It's gonna be a great year for us. Despite some things, we're going to make what we can make great. Period. Now, because I did not vlog the way I intended to vlog the New Year's Eve party that myself, my best friend Skylar, her boyfriend Tammy, and my boyfriend Alberto threw, I'm just gonna throw these little clips in at the end for you to see how we rang in our New Year's Day, New Year's Eve to New Year's Day. Again, Happy New Year's, y'all. Thanks for being in the club. See you next week.